Hello dear fans, friends and subscribers. Welcome to this cricket happening show of mine today. I still have a sore throat, unfortunately. Sorry dear fans. Well, dear fans and subscribers, today there's not much cricket to talk about, yes, but one thing which is coming up tomorrow is the first test match of the series between Bangladesh and South Africa. So it's going to be a different territory. South Africa are very supreme in this particular aspect of cricket. Bangladesh are the ones who have to do the improvement, because we have seen that Bangladesh test record has been something that they have been struggling with. But as far as one-day internationals are concerned, they have definitely made a mark for themselves. They have some talented players in their team, and tomorrow is the first test match between Bangladesh and South Africa, which is going to be starting at Chittagong. So that will be the first test. But I can tell you one thing, that this Bangladesh team will have their confidence will be sky high, and I won't be surprised if Bangladesh really put their best foot forward tomorrow in the first test matches. And as you know, they are under pressure because test matches are something which they have been struggling with as far as records are concerned. So now is the time for Bangladesh to show it to the world that they now belong to this international group. So it will be very interesting to see how Bangladesh shape up. So let's have a look at the Bangladesh team. And South Africa, as I said, they are ones who are on the top always, as you know, as far as test matches are concerned. They are always ruling the roost in test matches, South Africa. Let's look at Bangladesh. Now, Bangladesh, as I said, they are having some tremendous talent in their team. And if they look at the team is young. The one good thing that I'm going to talk about, there would be two persons who could be probably making their debut. Whether it is going to be, in fact, Mushfiqur Rahim will be the captain, as we all know, as Mushfiqur Rahim was not the captain in the one-day international, it was Mashrafe Mortaza. So Mashrafe Mortaza, as you know, nowadays does not play any test matches. So it would be interesting to see what's going to happen, because Liton Das and I'm sure it is going to be Mustafizur Rahman actually making his test debut, and I'm really looking forward to that. Now, we have seen Mustafizur Rahman created quite a wave when India were there, when he picked up those 2 5-wicket bags, and then he went after the South Africans too, even though he couldn't do it with the same degree that he did, but I thought he really troubled all the South African batsmen that they were on display, the whole South African batting order. And after the first match, he started picking up wickets. So I'm really looking forward to this battle between the South African batsman and this left-arm pace bowler Mustafizur Rahman. Now, one thing that Mustafizur Rahman will have in his favor, we have seen Mashrafe Mortaza has always strengthened Mustafizur Rahman by giving him a good slip cordon when the pressure is up in the one-day internationals. But here it's a different ball game. But let me tell you, Mustafizur Rahman will have a lot of support. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Mushfiqur Rahim goes with 3 slips and 2 gullies tomorrow for Mustafizur Rahman, because he is the man who actually can move the ball at good pace both ways. So it will be interesting to see how the South African batsmen shape up, and I'm really looking forward to this particular battle between Mustafizur Rahman and South African, and it would be interesting to see what line Mustafizur Rahman bowls to South Africa. The batting, so Mustafizur Rahman, according to me, is the one that I'm going to really keep a watch. There's no doubt about it that he is the one who is to be really watched for, according to me, as far as this first test match is concerned. I have already told it in my one of my cricket happening show that I'm really looking forward to Mustafizur Rahman bowling in test matches, and the day has dawned finally, and I'm really looking forward to how this bloke bowls against the South African test. As I said, Mustafizur Rahman will have all the support. He can have 3 slips, 2 gullies. He can have probably Mushfiqur Rahim can really pile on the pressure by adding probably a forward short leg, and really pile on the pressure, silly mid-off in the initial stages to see whether he can really put the pressure on the South African batting there. It will be an interesting battle for sure. Well, so that is one thing. Other than that, the Bangladesh, as you know, Imrul Kais and Tamim Iqbal, the other day, they went on to the record partnership, as you would remember, in the test match against Pakistan, where they scored record runs, which no team has done, when they put on probably over 300 runs for the first wicket in the second innings, which has never been done in the history. And Tamim Iqbal and Imrul Kais were the proud performers there. Now Mominul Haq, we all know what a performer he is. He is the one who was almost near the A.B. de Villiers South African record, but unfortunately couldn't break it when India were there. But we all know Mominul Haq is simply absolute test material. He's tailor-made for test matches, and he's in the famed group of scoring more than 10 consecutive 50s. So he is one who would be playing, but the only good one thing for Mominul Haq is to get used to the South African bowling, because the other people have all played one-day internationals and T20s, but as Mominul Haq was not a part of it. So Mominul Haq will be keenly watched, and he loves test matches. Mushfiqur Rahim, the captain, always leading from the front, a very bold captain, and in test matches he knows what to do, and he's also one who will always talk with the bat. Shakib Al Hasan is another bloke. Well, there is nothing that I need to tell about this guy. Everyone knows about him. He is a total performer. He's a 100% contributor to Bangladesh cricket. And then they have Mahmudullah coming in at number 6. Mahmudullah is another one who is a very compact player, and he will strengthen that lower middle order. And look at the batting riches that Bangladesh possess. They have Soumya Sarkar, who really did extremely well against South Africa when he picked up the player of the match and also the player of the series, as you would remember. So Soumya Sarkar is in some pink form right now. He's in some great touch, and it will be interesting to see how Soumya Sarkar goes. And then they also have Liton Das, the wicket-keeper, coming in at number 8. So that really says this Bangladesh team is blessed with a lot of batting riches here, as Liton Das has already impressed himself against India and also in South Africa. He has not gone on to score a big one, and that's what one is waiting for now. Liton Das has done all the hard work. He has been getting the 50s. He has been consistently scoring. Now is the time for Liton Das to show that he can come up with a big one tomorrow in this test match. The bowling, Mustafizur Rahman would be supported by Rubal Hussain for sure in the test matches, I reckon, and the spin. Spin is something that South Africans are a bit suspect against, not in a very big way, but they definitely have their struggles against spin. So I'm sure Taijul Islam, the left-arm spinner, and also Jubair Hussain, the leg spinner, should play. But I have a feeling it could be Jubair Hussain coming into the team, and they still have this off-spin of Mahmudullah. Soumya Sarkar can bowl some military medium pace. Mominul Haq can slip in some off-spin. So they definitely, Shakib Al Hasan is a left-arm spinner. So I would be prompted to think here that Bangladesh will go for Jubair Hussain in preference to Taijul Islam. And I think that should be the right move. That will also strengthen their batting, and that would be the right move. So one is looking forward to the team selection from Bangladesh tomorrow for the first test match. Now, as far as South Africa are concerned, it's going to be, the openers would be Dean Elgar. Dean Elgar has already scored lots of runs. He scored well against West Indies too. And as you know, South Africa don't have the captain A.B. de Villiers. But that is okay, even though A.B. de Villiers is not there. But South Africa still have all the batting wherewithal to come up. They can do very well, even though A.B. de Villiers is not there. Reza Hendricks is another opener who has, I'm told, that he has scored very well in the domestic tournaments in South Africa, and he has also got an improved dimension to his batting. He can really play both the roles. He can also be a bit aggressive, and at times he can really bottle up at the crease and wait for the loose ball. So Reza Hendricks and Dean Elgar will be opening the innings, and then the batting star du Plessis is the one drop. We all know what record du Plessis has in test matches. Yes, his partner A.B. de Villiers is not there. Hashim Amla is the captain. He himself is someone who is always ruled with the bat, and what a sight it would be to see Hashim Amla play strokes. It's always a nice sight to see Hashim Amla handle the bowling, as he deftly works his wrist and picks up runs, and it's always a treat to watch this guy Hashim Amla bat. JP Duminy also in some good form. Quinton de Kock. Now again, this is the same thing for South Africa too. Like Bangladesh, their batting is also very strong. Quinton de Kock normally opens the innings in one-day international. He's the wicketkeeper batsman. He will be coming in number 6 in the test matches. And Stijn van Zyl, who already has a maiden century against West Indies, as you would remember, and he is also a good player. But yes, he has not played a lot of test matches. But so still the batting lineup is there, and then they have the all-rounders. Now this is going to be the test for Bangladesh, because Bangladesh so far have not seen Dale Steyn, Moni Morkel and Vernon Philander operating in tandem, and now that is going to be the real key. We all know that on subcontinental pitches we have seen that these pace bowlers really struggle because there's not enough juice in the pitch, there's not enough bounce in the pitch. So it would be a test for, I think, for these bowlers, pace bowlers, Dale Steyn, Moni Morkel and Vernon Philander. And it would be interesting to see if at all Vernon Philander for me could do something, because he doesn't need a lot of pace, because he basically relies on cut and swing bowling. So Vernon Philander to me would be the one to watch for. Dale Steyn, well, he can definitely extract life out of the pitch, no doubt about it. But Moni Morkel would like a pitch which would give him some bounce. But because of his natural height, he can really get the ball to bounce. And I think the Bangladesh batsmen would be really tested there. And the spin. Now spin would be very interesting. Whether they would go for Simon Harmer, the right arm off spinner, or they would go for Aaron Fungiso. Now that is going to be the question mark now, whether left armer Fungiso would be off spinner. Looking at what things are, I think looking at the Bangladeshi batting lineup, if they are having a lot of left-handers, I would be prompted to think that it would be Simon Harmer who could be getting with him. This match is going to be played at the Zahoor Ahmed Chowdhury Stadium, and the forecast is not so good for the start of the test match. There could be a possibility of rain. Well, dear fans and subscribers, sorry my voice box was a bit bad, but cricket is always dear to me. I just can't stay away from that. I've been telling that always on my cricket show, and that's the precise reason I'm here to talk about it. So thus ends the preview of this first test match, which is coming up tomorrow between South Africa and Bangladesh, and I'm hoping to bring you a first day's play report on the first test match between Bangladesh and South Africa. Hope the rain relents, in the sense hope rain does not become a spoiled sport there. Well, let's all keep our fingers crossed and hope the first test match, the first day's play between Bangladesh and South Africa start on the right note. And I'll be there to talk about that match tomorrow. Until then, it's goodbye for the day. Thank you.